Good afternoon. It is time for our weekly math update. What I am going to do is I'm going to show you the Goldilocks and Hangman method that we have been learning this week in class. I know there's been some confusion with it, and I just wanted to show how we do this in class. So our first problem is 565 divided by 15. We go ahead and we set it up the traditional way, 565 divided by 15. Then what I want to do is I want to draw the line down here. Almost, you can see where it looks like the hangman. And now the Goldilocks method comes into effect. So what we want to do is we want to try to find 15 times some number that is going to get us close to 565. What we want to use here are landmark numbers. Landmark numbers are numbers that will help us find a good product that is close to 565. So we're going to start out here and we're going to go 15 times 10. And I know that 15 times 1 is 15, and if I want to make it 10 times bigger, I add a 0. So all I have to do is add a 0 there, and that is 150. Well, that is way too small. So now what I want to do is I want to go 15 times 20, or 15 times 2, which is 30. Then what I want to do is make it times 20, make it 10 times bigger, so I just add a 0, that's 300. That's pretty close, so I think I'm going to use that. We're going to put 20 right here, because I know 15 times 20 equals 300. Come over here, write that there. We want to make sure that the ones, tens, hundreds is all lined up. And we're going to go ahead and subtract. 5 minus 0 is 5. 6 minus 0 is 6. 5 minus 3 is 2. That is 265. Now what I want to do is I know that 300 is too big. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to go back up to 15 times 10. 15 times 10 is 150. I've already done the work. So I'm going to put that right here. And we're going to make this 10. Notice that I'm lining up the 1s and the 10s here. Now I can go ahead and subtract. 5 minus 0 is 5. 6 minus 5 is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. So I have 115. Now I know 15 times 10 is too big. So what I can do is I'm going to cut that 10 in half. I'm going to make it 15 times 5. What students should realize is, since I cut one of the factors in half, my product is going to be cut in half. So what is half of 150? It is 75. So I'm going to bring 75 right over here. I'm going to also make sure to write 5 here and line that up in the ones column. I'm going to go ahead and subtract. 5 minus 5 is 0. I can't go 1 minus 7, so I need to borrow from the hundreds place. I'm going to make that a 0, bring over 100. I'm going to make this 11. 11 minus 7 is 4. So now I have 40. I know that 15 times 2 equals 30 by figuring out what is 15 times 20. So I'm going to go ahead and put 30 right here. I'm going to bring 30 over here. I also want to make sure to write 2 here and line that up with the 5. I'm going to subtract. That is 10. I'm going to look here at the divisor and realize that 15 is bigger than 10, so I am done. I know that this is going to be my remainder. Then what I need to do is I need to add up 20 plus 10 plus 5 plus 2, and that equals 37. So I know that this equals 37, remainder 10. That's my answer. One thing, or my quotient, one thing that I want to do is I want to line up the 3 in the tens place, the 7 in the ones place, and then I can put the R10 there. Eventually, we're going to use this as fractions, and we're going to have the remainder written as a fraction. That'll help us with decimals, but that's down the road, probably in February. I also want to show you here that we can use a different method, that it's still Goldilocks, but let's say if I'm not comfortable with my division skills yet, and I have 565, and I'm confident that I have 15 times 10 is correct, what I can do is continue to use 10. 10 times 15 is 150, and what I will do here is I will subtract. 5 minus 0 is 5, 6 minus 5 is 1, 5 minus 1 is 4, so that's 415. I can go ahead and do that again. And I'm going to bring over the 150 here. I'm going to go ahead and subtract 5 minus 0 is 5. I can't do 1 minus 5, so I have to borrow over here from the hundreds. I'm going to make this an 11. 11 minus 5 is 6. 3 minus 1 is 2. Now I have 265. I can go ahead and do 150 again. So I'm going to subtract here 150 and 5, 1, 1. Now you can see that this is taking a lot of time compared to the other one, but this is one strategy that we can use until our confidence is grown with this method. Now I'm back here at 115. If you remember, I used 15 times 5, which is 75. I can do that here. I'm going to fill it in the ones column and go ahead and put 75 over here, making sure to line up the ones and the tens. 0. I need to borrow here, make this a 0, make this an 11. 11 minus 7 is 4. Now I can come over here and say 2. This is 30. I'm going to go ahead and subtract, and this is 10. I know that this number right here is less than my divisor, so I am done. That's remainder 10. All I need to do is add this up. 10, 20, 30, 35, 37. You can see that I came up with the exact same quotient. I'm going to write the 3 above the tens place, the 7 above the ones, and I can put remainder 10. I hope this helped. Have a great weekend, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to email me. Have a great weekend.